Why is it covert?
Covert?
Mask?
I just cover my face because mine's I like me anonymity, so mine's a faceless channel, so I keep the anonymity because you just took a photo, haven't you? So you could bang that up on all social media. Well, you can't because you're under GDPR. You can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't want people to see my face, so that's it. Now, people have been saying, oh, you should give out key rings like DJ does. Well, obviously I didn't want to copy that, so I think I've gone one step further, and I'm going to give you these things. Look at that. I met BP visits. So these are nice little badges. So these will only be available if you come to me while I'm out and about and you say BP visits. You will then earn yourself a badge. That's the only way you're going to get one of these badges. And if you don't know what you're looking for, well, let me show you. This is me. And this is what I'm usually dressed as. So I usually have this blue top on. I've got these purple cycling trousers on, but in the summer it'll be shorts. I've got these purple cycling trousers on, but in the summer it'll be shorts. I've got these purple cycling trousers on, but in the summer it'll be shorts.
Oh, purple tracky bottoms. Let's take a look at you, big boy. Let's see what you got.
Hi YouTube, welcome to my channel. This is my 2005 Porsche 911 997. In this video I'm going to tell you about my experiences while owning this car. Stay tuned.
Hang on, we've heard that voice somewhere before, haven't we?
This is me, and this is what I'm usually dressed as. So I usually have this blue top on. I've got these purple cycling trousers on, but in the summer it'll be shorts. So last time I was working on this Porsche 911 996 in this garage, we had removed the ignition cores and the spark plug so that we could get the inspection camera in to check this car for bore score. And it was bad news.
Nah, it can't be.
Yeah. Putting that down, right?
Why?
Well, like, you're filming me, what are you filming me for?
I just filmed the company.
What for?
Just social media. So I like to make a little video of a company I find interesting, just looking at the heavy machinery.
Well, if you're a polite person and pull your...
Well, no, I'm quite famous, you see, so if I pull that down, then you'll know who I am, and I don't...
Oh,
I am, yeah. So I don't want people to know who I am, you see, so...
I wouldn't care if you were fair, I wouldn't care if you were Michael Jackson, it really wouldn't bother me.
Well, yeah, but I don't want people to know who I am, you see, so that's, I always keep it sort of covered up just so people don't know who I am. I don't believe it! I've gone and damaged my SVR, and it's all my fault. Yes, when I was out and about in the car the other day, I pulled up just that little bit too close to a curb, and I've gone and curbed one of my amazing SVR wheels. Oh, I'm so annoyed with myself.
I must be losing my marbles. Somebody punch me.
Why is it covert?
Covert?
Mask?
I just cover my face because mine's I like me anonymity, so mine's a faceless channel, so I keep the anonymity because you just took a photo, haven't you? So you could bang that up on all social media. Well, you can't because you're under GDPR. You can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't want people to see my face, so that's it. For more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you do like this particular video, then please give me that thumbs up. It all helps with those YouTube stats.
Yeah. But if you took your mask off,
yeah,
they wouldn't have a problem.
Yeah. Well, it's just part of it. I'm cold, you know what I mean? So it's a bloody cold day, isn't it? So I think this is an original GT3 rear bumper because it's got the twin pipes coming out there, but I'm not sure. If you know exactly what this bumper is, let me know in the comments. So now that we've got a gap here, which we can get into, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to heat it up with a hot air gun just to make the plastic a bit more malleable inside, so we should be a bit easier to get the clips off. Original Porsche 997.2 LED taillights, which I've tinted these with a tint spray. Turbo rear spoiler.
It is the same person. This is how we can be sure. First, here is an article in the Doncaster Free Press, and the link to this article is in the description underneath this video. The article confirms that the name of BP Visits is Phil Scott. The name of the car channel I've just been showing you clips from is Phil's Cars. Now, here is a Facebook page about cars. you'll see that this contains links to videos on the Phil's Cars channel, and these links have been posted to the Facebook group by a Phil Scott. You can also see here that Phil Scott on Facebook is identical in appearance to the man on the Phil's Cars YouTube channel. Finally, the Phil's Cars Facebook page has the name Phil Scott in its URL. This man is Phillip Scott, otherwise known as BP Visits. I'm not going to reveal his address or location or any other identifying information about him. Please do not try to contact him or harass him in any way. It's a matter for the police to deal with him. That is very, very important. Here's how his car channel, Phil's Cars, got started.
I have just bought the cheapest 2002 low mileage Porsche 911 in the country. Please welcome to my channel my Porsche 911 996 Gen 2 with just 70,000 miles on the clock.
The intriguing thing about Mr. Scott is that, unlike most auditors, he comes across as quite normal and fairly capable, and he appears to be quite a successful man, all of which raises the question, what has he been playing at? What was going through his mind when he decided to get into auditing? As I've been watching his car videos and comparing his car persona to his auditing persona, it's almost like watching two different people. So much so that I started to doubt myself and wondered if maybe I'd made a mistake and it's not the same person and the similarities are just a coincidence, maybe somebody with a similar voice. But I don't think that's the case. There's no mistake here. I'm sure it's him. It's just that he seems to have two different personalities. One is a normal, retired man who's very personable and presentable and fairly popular, and has a wide circle of friends, it seems, and a passion for cars, and travels around to car meetings and events, but otherwise lives a fairly ordinary, dull sort of suburban life in which he's fixing up a Porsche and making car videos for a small YouTube channel. That's Phillip Scott. Then there's BP Visits, who sneaks around with a mask on, dressed in purple cycling pants, annoying businesses and companies while pointing a camera at them, knowing full well this will lead to confrontations, which he films. In some cases, he hides in bushes filming people from a distance. Some of his videos show him being threatening and coming close to assaulting people. In many cases, he expresses glee and delight at the predicament he's putting innocent workers and business owners in through his behaviour. He seems not to care if the police become involved at the scene. He seems to have little or no fear of the law, and seems to have no regard for the fact that he's causing the police to waste time and resources on attending a completely unnecessary incident that he could have helped resolve or avoid with more mature and considerate behaviour. He even tries to claim that he isn't subject to data protection, when he clearly is, and on checking with the ICO, it's clear that he's not registered as a data controller with the ICO, which puts him in breach of Regulation 2 of the Data Protection Charges and Information Regulations 2018, for which he could be fined. He broadcasts his footage to earn money, knowing full well that the people featured will be attacked and ridiculed by his brainless fans. He doesn't care a jot for the dignity and well-being of the people whose facial images he doesn't even bother to conceal. He even encourages his viewers to contact and harass these businesses. Some people will mention the Robert Louis Stevenson novel, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I thought of that immediately, but something else came to mind. A film I once saw, released back in 2007, called Mr. Brooks. It's a forgettable film, but the plot suddenly seems very relevant. The Kevin Costner character has a split personality. By day, he is a successful businessman and pillar of the community. By night, he's a serial killer, not yet caught, not even remotely suspected, because he puts up a front as a respectable, boring, successful man. Nobody would suspect him. A plot device is the use of his bad conscience, who appears in scenes to talk to him and persuade him to act on his homicidal urges. Not that I'm suggesting BP Visits is a serial killer, you understand, but the analogy is interesting because Don't forget he lays great emphasis on concealing his identity.
Why is it covert?
Covert?
Mask.
I just cover my face because mine's it's I like me anonymity, so mine's a faceless channel, so I keep the anonymity because you just took a photo, haven't you? So you could bang that up on all social media. Well, you can't because you're under GDPR. You can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't want people to see my face, so that's it, bro.
He clearly doesn't want his victims to know who he is. He's keen to conceal his identity from them, and I wonder if that is because he hasn't told the people around him, the people in his private life, about this alternate personality he has. Does his wife know? Does she know that BP Visits even exists? Probably she does, but I do think there's a possibility she doesn't, and that this is his real fear. Discovery of this alternate personality by people in his own private life. This isn't an activity he's proud of, but he clearly derives some gratification from it. By day, he's a boring suburban retiree who fixes up cars. Then there are those days when he sneaks out of the house, drives to a lay-by, puts on a mask and purple cycling pants, and turns into BP Visits, the man who leaps out of bushes and films people for kicks. I can almost imagine a bad conscience whispering in his ear in a similar way to how you see the William Hurt character do so here with Kevin Costner. Go on. Just one more audit. You know you want to. Your wife will never find out. Joking aside, making this video doesn't give me any satisfaction at all, but this man has gone round the country, well, specifically parts of Yorkshire and the East Midlands, harassing businesses and innocent working people. For many of those people, this is no joke. Some of them developed mental health issues, became suicidal. It's affected businesses. In case you think I'm being overdramatic or exaggerating, some evidence for this is found in the article I mentioned. Let's go back to the Doncaster Free Press. Quoting now from the article, a spokesperson for one family firm said, "Our family and countless others that we are in contact with have been affected by this person," referring to BP Visits. "He is a pest and is causing a lot of damage to the reputation of businesses and the mental health of those featured in his content. We spoke to one chap recently who feared his job was on the line after his video was published. The masked blogger, who claims his real name is Bill Payer, came under fire from Yorkshire Metal Recycling, who said in a statement, 'We involved the police when this man attended. Can you imagine the alarm if you saw a person dressed like this trying to enter your property?' The spokesperson said, 'We are getting bomb threats, threats to family and employees from his followers.' The police are trying to find out his true identity. The video BP Visits has posted has been edited to make him look innocent. Secondly, he fails to show himself approaching us in a balaclava with rucksack and other bags. We closed the gate to avoid altercation with this man. We have nothing to hide. This man simply wants to provoke a reaction to gain money from views on social media. I'm sure the general public wouldn't take kindly to a man dressed in a balaclava coming into the entrance of their homes. I think it's time now for Bill Payer, as Mr. Scott jokingly calls himself, to pay the bill, to face the consequences of his own decisions and actions, and it starts with me revealing to you his name and face. Actually, I'm going to pay Phillip Scott some compliments now, and I do mean what follows genuinely. His car channel, Phil's Cars, which shows him repairing and converting a Porsche, is a good channel. Over the past 2 or 3 weeks, I've watched maybe a dozen of his videos. I'm not a car person really, so it's not the sort of thing I would normally watch. I've always found cars pretty boring. So normally a channel called Phil's Cars would bore me to tears, but I have to say I enjoyed watching his videos, mainly because I enjoyed his presentation. I'm surprised he doesn't have more subscribers, and I don't mean that facetiously. I really think he's quite a talented presenter. It's actually quite a difficult thing to get right, and he's a natural at it. He's definitely better than I would be. He's very engaging, he doesn't come across as arrogant, he admits to his own shortcomings, and he does it with good humour, but at the same time he gets to the point. He comes across very warm and humble and normal, and he genuinely cares about the topic he's discussing. He's clearly passionate about cars. I could imagine him making car-related videos where he tours around places, and I think he has the personal qualities to make it entertaining. In different circumstances, he's the sort of person who would probably change my mind about cars, which makes this all the more sad. He clearly has talents, and what a shame he's used his talents and abilities to go around harassing innocent people, instead of making the world better and opening people's minds, which he had the ability to do. It's a sad story.